The Pope Lick monster was said to lurk, a creature of local legend and whispered tales. Jenna, an adventurous soul with a penchant for the supernatural, had heard the stories since childhood. The Pope Lick monster, a creature with the body of a human and the head of a goat, was said to lure unsuspecting victims onto the trestle, where they would meet their doom at the hands of an oncoming train. Despite the warnings, Jenna found herself drawn to the allure of the unknown, and on this fateful night, she set out to uncover the truth. The journey through the dense forest was filled with trepidation. Jenna's flashlight cut through the darkness, revealing gnarled trees that seemed to reach out like skeletal fingers. The crunch of leaves beneath her boots was a constant reminder of her solitude. She approached the towering steel structure of Pope Lick Trestle with a mix of excitement and fear. As Jenna cautiously stepped onto the trestle, the night seemed to close in around her. The moonlight flickered through the metal beams overhead, creating an otherworldly pattern on the wooden planks beneath her feet. She couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, and a cold breeze sent shivers down her spine. In the distance, a haunting sound echoed through the air, the forlorn cry of the goat-headed monster. Jenna's heart raced, but curiosity pushed her forward. The legends had always been dismissed as mere tales, but the eerie atmosphere surrounding the trestle made her question everything she thought she knew. As she ventured deeper, the distant cry grew louder, intertwining with the rhythmic rumble of an approaching train. Panic set in as Jenna realized she was caught between the folklore and the harsh reality of the oncoming locomotive. Frantically, she tried to make her way to safety, but the labyrinth of steel beams seemed to conspire against her. The moonlight revealed glimpses of the Pope Lick monster, its grotesque form emerging from the shadows. Jenna's breath caught in her throat as the creature fixated its gaze on her. The legend was no longer a fable. It was a living nightmare. Desperation consumed Jenna as the train's whistle pierced the air. The monster stood between her and escape, its goat eyes glowing with an unnatural intensity. In a split-second decision, Jenna leaped from the trestle, narrowly avoiding the creature's grasp. The wind rushed past her as she fell into the underbrush below. The train thundered across the trestle, its deafening roar drowning out the cries of the Pope Lick monster. Jenna lay in the dirt, shaken but alive. The legends had proven true, and she had glimpsed the face of the supernatural. As Jenna stumbled away from the trestle, she couldn't shake the feeling that the Pope Lick monster still watched from the shadows. The legend would live on, carried by those who dared to explore the mysteries that lurked in the heart of the Kentucky woods. The Pope Lick monster is a legendary creature said to inhabit the area around the Trestle Bridge over Floyd's Fork Creek in Louisville, Kentucky. This urban legend has gained prominence over the years, capturing the imaginations of locals and becoming a popular topic in paranormal folklore. The legend of the Pope Lick monster is often described as a half-man, half-goat creature, possessing the lower body of a goat and the upper body of a human. It is said to have a grotesque, horned face and a menacing presence. According to local lore, the monster is believed to lure victims onto the railroad tracks by using hypnotic powers or mimicry, and then they meet their demise by an oncoming train. The origin of the Pope Lick monster legend is somewhat unclear, but it is generally agreed upon that the tales started circulating in the mid-20th century. The Trestle Bridge, where the monster is said to reside, is a prominent and eerie structure that spans over 700 feet across the valley. Built in the 1920s, it was initially used for railway transportation and has since been abandoned. The desolate and secluded nature of the area, coupled with the bridge's imposing appearance, likely contributed to the emergence of the monster myth. Over the years, the legend of the Pope Lick monster has grown in popularity, attracting thrill-seekers and curious locals to the site. However, exploring the area around the Trestle Bridge is not only illegal, but also extremely dangerous. The bridge is still active for freight trains, and its deteriorating condition poses a serious risk to those who attempt to cross it. Tragically, the bridge has been the site of numerous accidents, as individuals attempting to encounter the mythical creature have ventured onto the tracks and encountered trains. Several fatalities have occurred over the years, highlighting the real dangers associated with the Pope Lick monster legend. While the Pope Lick monster itself is undoubtedly a creation of folklore, the stories surrounding it serve as a cautionary tale about the consequences of trespassing and the importance of respecting safety regulations around abandoned structures. The legend has become deeply ingrained in the local culture, blending fact and fiction into a cautionary narrative that continues to capture the imagination of those intrigued by the mysterious and otherworldly.